Insider exposes billion-dollar operation to take down Trump. President Trump uses his Twitter page as a means of getting information out to the public without the use of a middleman. Now, one CIA insider is trying to stop him. According to AP News, former undercover agent Valerie Plame Wilson is looking to start a fundraiser in order to raise enough money to buy Twitter and kick the president off the platform for good. This kind of rhetoric is interesting, albeit embarrassing. The crowdfunding campaign was launched last week. When Wilson made the announcement, she took to Twitter to say if at Twitter executives won't shut down Trump's violence and hate, then it's up to us. Hashtag buy Twitter, hashtag ban Trump. The fundraiser states that Trump's tweets are damaging to the United States and allegedly put people in harm's way, quote. Up until this point, she has shown no evidence as to what harm she is speaking of or how Trump's tweets show violence and hate. Wednesday morning, the amount of money Wilson raised was slightly short of her $1 billion goal. It was short by $6,000. Keep at it, Valerie. The White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, sent an email to explain her take on this situation. Her view is that the fundraising numbers are so low because Americans enjoy having this kind of close insight into what President Trump is thinking and doing. In the statement, Sanders states that her ridiculous attempt to shut down his First Amendment is the only clear violation and expression of hate and intolerance in this equation. Sanders raised a valid point in her statement. President Trump has never expressed hate or intolerance against anyone. He has displayed frustration, however, but that's normal. If you were talked down to by the mainstream media and people like Wilson, you would find yourself frustrated too. Our president has to deal with a lot more than previous presidents. Yet, here is Wilson showing blatant hate and intolerance of someone who thinks differently than she does. She is the very monster she claims to hate so much. Interestingly enough, the $1 billion that Wilson hopes to obtain is not even enough money for a majority stock of Twitter. In order to get a majority stake, she would need around $6 billion. Is it possible that she could be doing this just for attention and the hopes of obtaining $1 billion? The answer to that question is complicated. With $1 billion, she could buy a large stake and would be the largest shareholder in the company, but that would not allow her to make any executive decisions. The most she would be able to do with that position is go to shareholder meetings and complain that someone has a Twitter account that she doesn't like and that she wants to get them banned. Following that logic, what is stopping someone from contradicting their city authorities and complaining about their neighbors, not because they did anything wrong, but because the neighbors painted their house using colors that our hypothetical person doesn't like? Wilson has one goal, and that's bringing her hatred to the next level by banning the president's direct tie to the American people. At the time of this writing, Twitter has declined to comment on Wilson's goal of buying into their company. Well, there you have it, basically. And how about, what's his name, that stopped Trump from using his Twitter account, Kelly. He stopped President Trump from using his Twitter account. I mean, they try to isolate him. You know, that's one thing that the American people do not want, and they don't realize that the majority of Americans voted for Trump and not Hillary, that's for sure. And if you even take that most of the Democrats were in favor of Bernie, so Hillary was way, way, way down on the totem pole, so to speak. Let me know